Somebody walked past with the music blaring again. Remember when that happened, like last week or the week before? It just happened again. I'm just like, oh no, copyright, copyright. No, all good. I did it. Well, I tried to do it. And it said unable to ban user. For some reason. I couldn't even delete the comment or anything. Went all wobbly. So thank yous. Taking out for about, yeah. So we have A1, A2, and A. Oh, the different, yep. And so is that just different, oops. Different levels of the same thing? Start that one over there. It's not quite a silver, so I'm not going to put it next to the silvers. Now, do I have any other pieces that I'm kind of like... I was kind of thinking about doing this one so that I've got a black. Although I did also have this piece, which is also a black. And that's a glossy black. And this is a glittery black. I could do both. I have the technology. Also, I think possibly this is... I've got more of this. And or could get hold of more of it. Oh, there we go. Blinkies. Oh, you're fine. I know some options missing, but no, some workarounds. Oh no, I literally, like, I've got the mod tools, the mod buttons, like, in front of the name. And I just pressed the little, you know, circle with line through. And it came up as the, you know how you get the grey chat messages that, like, aren't in chat, but are in chat? Yeah, it just said unable to ban user, and I'm just like, what? I couldn't even press the delete button to make it do the thing. I don't know. Weird. Maybe I need to refresh my chat. Welcome to the chat room. Well, thank you. Ooh, this will show what this die is actually meant to do. If it cut through, did it cut through? Not very well. It has HRWLF. So I know the first two letters are heavy rigid, but what are the ones after that? Nope. I could have sworn that that's the license my dad's got. Oh! Different thing. Righto. I'm pretty sure my dad's... Is it HR? He can drive heavy rigids anyway. Hasn't done for a long time, but used to. I think this is that same cardstock that I was complaining about before, the one with the coating. So apart from these snagging a little bit, that has cut very nicely. Have the same one. Hey! You're right, HR license. Yeah, that's a different thing. Different context, I suppose. I'm guessing your one does not appear on your driver's license? It doesn't, like, need to be there? Your license does exist, that's the one. I think it's just like separate contexts. Because Dad's got his on his driver's license. Obviously, so when he's driving it, he can have that. Mine's got C and RE. I had thought about going and getting my unrestricted license, but the problem with motorbikes is that they tend to be quite tall. So I don't know that I would ever have a bike that's bigger. So it's kind of like, if I'm not going to have that kind of bike, why bother going and getting the license? But I mean, it would be cool to have, I guess. HRW license is a separate card to license of car. Yes. Because you can have a HRW license without having a car license, I assume. I had a... Whoop. Hang on. HRW license, but it's 5 years ago. I think I'm well out of the renewal period. Yeah. Ricky needs a ninja. I mean... that would be cool. I would love to have a motorbike again. As much as I know it's, you know... It's not that it's more dangerous. It's that if something goes wrong, you're more likely to be horrifically injured. Which, you know, I guess we could argue is more dangerous, but... yeah, yeah, I kind of miss it. Especially on days when the weather is good. Harris license is its own card, all Harris tickets go on it, like forklifts, confined space, working at heights, some of the heavy machinery kind of... Ah! Not in... yeah, of course. Not in house with gifted sub to Quirky Ninja. Thank you, Snotty Mouse. Appreciate your face. Cheeky. Yeah, because I had a really tiny Honda, and then this idiot had a BMW. I think he might have had the same model. Ewan McGregor and I can't think of the other guy's name. There was a TV show called actually they did several. They did Long Way Round, and then they did Long Way Down, and then they did a third one, and I can't think. I don't remember if they called it Long Way Up. I don't remember which way they went. But yeah, in the first one, Long Way Round, they rode motorbikes from where they lived in England to, I think it was New York, but like through to Eurasia, so like through Europe, through I think they went through places like Mongolia and stuff, like just, yeah. And so they had these two big, like, off-road, I think they're called adventure bikes. Fucking giant things, they are ridiculous. You really didn't want to drop them because, yeah, getting those back up again, holy shit. Yeah, he had one of them, and then other housemate had... I want to say it was a Kawasaki. It was some fancy limited edition thing with a special paint job that he was very proud of. But yeah, I kind of miss that. Especially when the weather's nice. It's always nice to feel the air on you when it was pleasant. Not so much when it was pissing down with rain. Just missed out on the Working with Heights card since needed to do Fort 1 and won't hold them at the same time. What? Why would you hold them at what? 30 years past, we had to carry every separate license card just as usual. Now it's all one card. Yeah, that's way more sensible. I mean, that's what they do for driving. If you've got like multiple vehicles that you're allowed to pilot, that's all on one. So like, why not? Somehow these black ones are harder to see than the silver ones were. What? You would think. Keeping one eye on Tancat now because he's come back out to eat food, but he's already eaten most of his own food, and Black Cat didn't come and eat his, so it's like, don't you be stealing that. It's got Black Cat's medicine in it. Joy. Do I want to do the other piece of the black, or should I just leave it as one? I'll just leave it as one. It does feel a little bit wasteful to use an entire card like that. Lovely. Are there any other colours that I should, like, go out of my way to find? I feel like I should do blue. Do I have any royal blue? I mean, I do have this piece, which is quite a nice colour. Actually, I've got a scrap bit of that. I could do that. I don't think I've got anything like metallic or glittery or anything though. I friggin' knew he'd go for it. Oh shit. I do have some like lighter blues, like aqua blues and stuff, but royal blue I don't seem to have any scraps of. Ooh. Let's reach down into the bigger scrap bag. Found some red. Some very shiny red. I thought I'd already taken all of the shiny stuff out of there, but apparently not. There's even more down there. Wait a minute. Ooh. I've got a whole thing of that. That was the one that was a bitch to cut, though. Ooh, more of the holographic. Yes. I do have like half a sheet of the silver, but I don't want to waste that. It's quite a usable piece still. Blue. I have a royal blue in here. I do! Heck yes! Ooh, that one's gonna have to get done off stream too. Yeah, it's very shiny. Let's just leave that there. Okay. So I have these pieces, which now that I look at them, I don't think are from the same... No, they're not. I thought those pieces were the same, but slightly different matte silvers. That's fine. More of that, more of those. And then I'm kind of thinking this one. It's a pearlescent kind of a one, so it's like not shiny, but it's got a little bit of shimmer to it. Yeah, it could be pretty. Wait, did I not do that one already? Oh, I didn't. Oh, that's those pieces there. I mean, I could. That's the holographic one in there. I do have another two, like, this is just a you know, this is one box as it is. I do actually have two more of these small ones. Maybe I should have done gold and silver in there, just to give them their own spaces. Oh well. Actually, no. If I'm gonna change that, I should change it now. Yeah, let's do it now. Because of all the things that I have, gold and silver is like gonna be the most used. Actually, you know what? Let's do. Just in case I end up not being able to use that last one that has the foil in it. I consider it pretty likely that I'm going to cut more silver than gold, so if I can't use that last little segment, then it doesn't matter. The thing is, though, I don't necessarily know that I'm going to cut like enough colours to fill this. But we'll see. Plus the other thing is too, what I might find, like I'm doing a batch of this now, partly because I wanted to end up with like the background pieces, like the leftover bits, because I was going to do that other thing with the dyes that I can't find. But like in future, if I'm making a thing and I'm like, oh, that could use some dots, and then I like might make dots out of the thing that matches the project that I'm working on, and then I'll just keep the leftovers somewhere. I can just keep them in here. I'm so glad I found this dye. I've been seeing that YouTuber use that dye for ages, and I'm just like, I wish they had a link for it, because like they didn't provide links for anything. Because they buy their stuff in like charity shops and whatever, so they don't have like, they don't know what company it is, they don't know like whose stuff it is or whatever. I'm so glad I found that. I don't need to do all of the setup now, but this is I feel like it's going to be helpful. There we go. We'll have one for silver, one for gold, and then this one can just be everything else. So now, I think I will do one of these blue ones, I quite like it. Don't know if I want to do enough to use up this entire piece though. That is half of an A4. Yeah. We can do enough to... I'll put the dye. We can do enough to do one dye's worth. Actually, not even that. Let's make it a little bit less. Because like that's still a fairly usable piece, so we'll keep that as it is. And then see how that goes. Really? Can I stitch those into the cars like buttons to just... Ooh! I do actually own sequins. I do actually have actual sequins with actual holes in. Could totally do a, yeah, stitching one. You know you can actually get dyes that'll cut stitching holes? Like there's actually specific dyes for that where you, it'll like cut the holes and then it'll have, sections on the dye where it'll just impress lines, like it's not deep enough to cut through. It just like does an impression. And then you just stitch over the, like you follow the lines to the holes and stuff and it just, yeah. I don't think I have any. But they look really cool. Did that cut through? I think it did. already gone flying across the room. Good God. And again, where did that one go? I swear I'm gonna stand up and I'm just like, my shirt is covered. It is gonna go flying everywhere. I'm gonna be like, what the hell? A couple down the middle there that just didn't quite. Yeah. In the bit. See, that's what it's meant to do there. Is to cut that like that. So you cut that and then like have something behind it, or like even just leave it as it is, really. Yeah. That's the point of the die. That's why it doesn't have edges. It's blue fiddles! Wait, that sounded better in my head. Careful with what? Nice blue. Grey? Purple? Navy. Slightly shimmery navy. Will brown glitters be made tonight? Probably not. Of all the colours that are and that I own and all of that, I don't think I own any brown. Or if I do, it's like it's in the sets that have things like champagne or oops, like copper or whatever. Chocolate brown is really not a common colour for craft supplies, I find. That one went really fuzzy. I think it shifted just slightly and I ran it through the second time. Whoops. Let's stop flying off of the desk onto the bit of the desk, like between the tile and the edge of the desk. C'est bleu, merci. Can't remember what your welcome is. Rien? Durian? It has been about 20 years since I used French with any kind of regularity, so the fact I'm remembering it all is probably a miracle. Yeah, but I don't have any. Associates. What? What? That feels like a bunch of words that are just like, how have they ended up in the same sentence? Slightly surprised how hard these are proving to get out. I wouldn't have thought this cardstock would grip this hard.